right. When do we start? The 30 or
We are starting at the 30 part.
Go!
The 30 minutes, 30 seconds.
Go! Oh, 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Now we are getting prepared to do our final show here. The final New Media Zone show. And also the last taping of a regular half-hour show.
Right. And then we'll be going on to the brand new Media Zone.
Brand new. Usually the new shows don't last 7 years. They last...
Because they're based on ratings.
We haven't heard this in the 7 years since we've been doing the New Media Zone down here. But let's do it one last time. Jim's countdown. Here we go. The last episode.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Direct from Albany, New York, it's time for the New Media Zone. With your hosts, Ed and Dave. Tonight, a look at this week's new film and DVD releases. And a chance to win free movie tickets with the Poster Pals name. And now your hosts, Ed and Dave.
Hello and welcome to the New Media Zone. Ed and Dave here. Ed and Dave with you on a monumental episode, Dave.
Oh, it's you freaking mental.
Yes, after 45 years plus of doing weekly shows, more or less, or rotating shows,
Right.
YouTube shows, this will be the last half-hour show. And I can't believe it's been 7 years since we've been doing the New Media Zone. It seems like I was just down here building this set in July of 2018.
Right. And while you were down here building this set, I was home.
You were home relaxing.
Yeah.
And putting in your final time at work, I think, for a year or so. After
Yes, about that, yeah.
So we're here, and what do you do on a final episode? People get disappointed on these final episodes?
Who, like the people on the show?
No,
Or the people who watch it?
the people who watch.
Who watches?
They're disappointed with the Soprano ending.
Oh,
Do you think this will be better than the Sopranos ending?
I don't know. This show wasn't that good.
We are ending, and we're going to take a cue from Johnny Carson, where he just sat on a stool for his final show and talked about his show and showed a few clips.
I'm sitting on a stool. Tell you that right now. I really got to go.
What? You don't have to go to this.
No.
No.
Unless I'm saying I'm sitting on a stool.
Now, what do we have here? We're going to do...
I don't know. It's an envelope.
This is the envelope from
God.
Jim,
Oh, my God.
who provided... Now, we weren't going to have the games on the New Media Zone, but Jim said you got to have the games on
Who's
the shows.
Jim? Explain who Jim is.
Jim Moore, the producer of the New Media Zone and the head of Cable 2000 Productions.
And Screen Scenes, the Ed and Dave Comedy Half Hour.
All the shows.
All the shows we've ever done except for the one that we...
Now, over here on the side, we have Jim represented by the headphones we would see off camera that were realistic Radio Shack headphones that have been taped all over, but he loved these headphones, so we brought them onto the set.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Not only did I just ask you who is Jim,
Yeah.
where is Jim?
Jim, we would mention this later.
Oh,
but,
okay. Then I'll go.
we mentioned it now. Jim passed away,
Yes.
the producer of our show. Now, he did help us get this show ready before he passed on, and he did make 1 or 2 tapings,
Yes.
and just barely the last one, but he did come down and help out with the games. He helped out with this board over here, the game board, which we'll be using to give away the final tickets, which is in this envelope. He said he bought us the tickets. There was we're down to the last two, just in time, and we are going to give them away later on today.
Okay.
I told people this was the last game we're doing, and anybody could write in. Not that there was a lot of rules before.
Right.
Family and friends, and former co-hosts, and that's about all we got. the regulars we had from the email list did not write in. I think they may be deceased, going by the year they had in their emails. But we are giving away the last two tickets today with the Poster Pairs board.
There it is. For those of you who need to see it, we've just cut to a shot of it.
That's correct. Now, we are going to go over our history. Do you remember the name of our first production company?
Morgone Productions.
Morgonez.
Morgonez.
To stick my
Oh,
name.
that's right. I forgot about that. Sorry, Ed.
And
I hate to not mention the driving force behind the shows. The
then...
man who has appeared on every freaking episode. No.
Almost missed one,
Oh.
which we'll be talking about.
But you didn't, did you?
No, we both came in at the last minute.
Oh, I don't remember that.
That's on here on the
All right,
list.
go ahead.
We came up later on with Cable 2000, which was way in the future. Cable 2000
Okay.
production. Now 25 years in the past.
Mm.
But that was... Now, in 1976, I got my first Super 8 camera. That's how I started doing films.
Okay.
Got it at Kmart. They had those little Super 8 movies of horror movies.
Yes.
And I had the projector and the movies, and then I saw there's a camera. You could make your own. And I made some a Bionic Man movie, a Jaws one, because there was a rubber Jaws. It was done at Lake George.
Okay.
And a King Kong one. There was a giant King Kong rubber guy. They were 5 minutes long, and he was running around. So that's how I got started with doing films.
When do I get to interject?
Whenever you want.
Oh, I'm going to interject.
Okay.
I don't remember getting a camera, but I had one, and I had 8mm,
Okay.
because I remember having a Gremlin.
Okay.
I don't know where the hell I got it from, but its head and arms moved,
Yeah.
and I remember thinking to myself, I am the next Ray Harryhausen. And I would take one click of the camera, then I would slightly turn the head and the arms, another click, and do that for what seemed like forever, only to get about 3 seconds of film. But it moved, and it looked cool. And the other thing I remember about the Super 8, which I hated, was you physically had to cut the film
Yeah.
and then tape it together when you had outtakes or mistakes or errors. And boy, that could get very costly, especially when you're going to the Leechmere
Yes.
for the film. What do they come in, like 5-minute things or 15 minutes?
About 5
Reels?
minutes, the small ones.
Yeah.
And then there was, to shoot with the small ones. You could edit it in a 200-foot reel.
Yeah, because I remember having the splicer.
Yeah, I didn't
Cut it.
remember you doing that early
And
until our Jockers film.
And then you would tape it with a little piece of tape, which sometimes, and then you had the little strip for sound across the top
Yeah.
of that. Okay.
So that was somewhere in the 80s, because that was 84. You had an actual Gremlin guy?
Yeah.
I remember that guy. Yeah. So you were doing some stuff. Jim had one of the earliest VHS black and white cameras
Yes.
in the area. And he was doing, he liked game shows. So he would do his own versions of Match Game and Joker's Wild and these things with the kids in the neighborhood. And the kids would win caramels. was the prize that
Now,
was
this
given
was
out.
down in his parents' basement
Yes.
where you had the bar.
Right.
So behind the bar
Uh-huh.
was like the top tier of Match Game.
Right.
And then lower chairs in front of the bar.
And there's a desk like this.
Was the lower tier.
Yep.
Okay. Isn't
Were
that...
you on it? You were on the Match Games, weren't you? Or maybe not.
See, I don't know if I was, or I don't seem to recall, but I do remember that's where I learned the term Vagnine.
one of the contestants must have seen the word, but not heard it pronounced, because his answer was Vagnine. And of course, we gave a lot of suggestive answers,
Oh yes.
which were very inappropriate for the kids that were some of the contestants over there. But you know, it was the early '80s, and these things
And these things happen.
these things happen. So in 1980, I was starting to help him out with the match game. He must have been talking about it at school. And so I did some match games then. And then we started doing, because I liked the Tonight Show and Johnny Carson.
Right.
So then we started doing the Tonight Show, and my brother was Ed McMahon. And then in 81, somehow, I don't know if it was 81, that seems like a long time ago. But do you remember who called you to be a guest on the Tonight Show? Was it me or Jim?
I think our timeline might be off because I think in the summer of '79
Uh-huh.
we were filming, because I remember being in the basement and filming sketches because the Ed and Dave show came out in '80.
81. We were doing all
Was it
those
81?
sketches in 81.
So maybe it was
yeah.
the summer of '80 that we were doing the
Yeah.
sketches.
Well,
But I don't know who contacted me because I got to be honest, I don't even know how the hell I knew you guys. Were you in? You don't know if you guys were in my classes, were you?
it was from a study hall in the last semester. Is where we
Of high school.
Yes.
Okay.
Where we got together and talked about stuff. And you remember the famous Popeye? I told you there's a guy who does a funny Popeye impression.
Yes, and all he did was
That was Jim.
that was it.
So yeah, whoever it was, they called you. We were looking for guests to come. We tried to get John Roddy. He would never come on, so we had a stuffed bird with
John Roddy the Bird. Yes.
sit in as John Roddy.
Yes.
We did get his brother on for some reason, but John would never come on to do our shenanigans. So you came on
Okay.
our Tonight Show, and you came from behind the curtain. And what did you have on?
A popcorn bucket. Clear, was it like green or yellowish?
Yes.
Popcorn bucket from a popcorn maker, home popcorn maker on my head. I thought for some reason that was hilarious.
You found that on your way in behind the curtain, and you put that on.
Yeah.
So we did numerous of the Tonight shows. Now there was one. Speaking that I never did it. Well, I did every show. There was one I had to go to a party for some reason. So you hosted the Tonight Show,
Okay.
and I called in from this party I was forced to go to.
Is this on video anywhere?
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember that. Okay. Oh, well, you're not going to show a snippet, are you?
No.
Or
I will. There will be some clips of things that I can find without going through these bins.
I have a feeling this is a 3-episode show.
No.
Okay, go ahead. We only got 12 minutes left.
It'll be 2.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. In 1981, I did my first Super 8 sound movie,
Oh.
which was that Incredible Hulk movie.
Yes, I remember that.
Which I have. I do it quick. I have our top.
I don't think I was in that. I don't recall.
Yes, you were the principal. We forget you were in that. but
Was I?
You were the principal.
At age 19?
Yes, with Jim, and he put the
Oh,
knife
the knife.
in. threatening
what was
you.
he, like a drug dealer?
He was a drug dealer who went into the principal's office and put a knife right in his desk there.
Threatening me to stop from messing with his customers.
Yes. For fear of your life, I remember the line was.
Sure. Ah, you're the one we suspected of selling. That's right. Now what are you planning on doing about it? Well, you don't think I'm just going to sit here. I'm calling the police. No, I don't think you will. What's going to stop me? For fear of your life. Just what is it you want? We just want to conduct our business without any interference. I don't have a choice, do I? That's right, you don't.
So,
That's out on YouTube, folks. Check it out.
that is on YouTube and moving up quick in our most viewed videos, which we'll be going over in a little bit.
Man.
Now, 81 in the summer, that's where you came up with the idea to be these sketches.
Okay.
Now, were they supposed to be for a show, or we were just doing them to goof around?
It was, I was at the time, I believe, I could be wrong, was into the Monty Python show. There was David Allen at Large, that type of sketch shows. And I thought it would be kind of cool to see if we could piece together a half hour of sketches and get it on public access. So that was I believe that was my intent at the time. And I also recall coming down to Jim's house and doing sketches that you weren't involved in.
Uh-huh.
So you weren't there. So we would do something. I would have a bunch and say, well, we can do all these
Uh-huh.
and just put them in the can. Because
Yeah.
that was kind of the theory, was let's make as many as we can. And then we wouldn't have to film again for the longest time. We would just piece together, here's a half hour's worth or whatever, 25 minutes worth. And we would make these shows out of them. And it just, I remember thinking as we were doing them, it was a lot of freaking work coming up with these sketches. And then I would just come up with these long form garbage sketches just to fill time. But it was just to see we could get something on TV, which I didn't know was that easy.
And this was a time where there was VHS tapes, so you had to have two. This was the Super 8 looked easy compared to this. You had to have the two VHS recorders hooked together, and then you'd hit one, hit play, hit record over
Okay.
here, and to edit together. It was very tough to edit like that.
Keep in mind, everyone who are watching this, which the three of you, we were pioneers. We were at the beginning of the forefront of this before Mr. Beast and all these other people that are now making millions of dollars on TikTok and YouTube. We were at so it's always the pioneers that tend to get forgotten. We lay the foundation, and what happens to the foundation? It gets piled on. Eventually, the foundation is forgotten, and it's just the rest of the house and all the floors that are. Oh, look at this! Floor 17. Oh, a great floor. I love that floor. We were at the foundation. Without a good foundation, you don't have anything. If everything crumbles. Yes, I'm taking credit for everything that's ever out there that's good.
You should take credit because you were the one that came up with the idea to get it on the public access.
Right.
Now, I knew about the public access. The only thing I remember being on there at the time was the topless news. And you think, oh, that's kind of sexy. But it was kind of a heavy guy wearing a tie and nothing else. And I can't remember if he was reading the real news of the day or goofy things. But
I think that would still work today. And maybe I should be doing it.
the topless news. I'll write that down for a new idea for a bit.
That'll be our next show.
Okay, so in December, that's when we aired the classic Ed and Dave Comedy Half Hour
Classic.
Christmas show.
Okay.
And that did have some funny bits. I was Mr. Rogers,
Uh-huh.
who I did on our earlier Tonight Show.
You were Mr. Codgers.
Oh, yes, we changed the name. So we wouldn't get sued by the PBS
Because
station.
it wasn't similar enough. Changing one letter.
And you were Santa, and you came in with your goodies, and there was a lot of suggestive humor where I talked about your sack and how filling your sack. Maybe that was an early version of our Dickerty.
It's like you're here with me, boys and girls. You hear that holiday music? I do. Let's go see who's at the door. It's Santa! Hi, Santa!
Hi, Mr. Tigers. Oh,
What are you doing in my neighborhood, Santa?
well, I'm making deliveries, you know. I always stop by to see you, but the Tigers know how good friends we are.
And I'm so glad when you come and stop by with us. Isn't that right, boys and girls? Don't you like to have Santa with us? Sometimes I have to get a post to grab the young viewer's attention.
And do you remember any other sketches on there? You were doing a record offer, and they were scratching, and
Well, I remember the Filthy Noises record offer, but
Oh,
I think
yes.
that was
That's
the
coming up.
Comedy Unchained, wasn't it?
yes, that was later on.
That's a great name for a show.
Comedy Unchained.
It's just too bad the show was canceled.
Right.
Canceled.
Now, Jim created Sports Quiz
Oh.
in 1982,
Because I wasn't in that.
which starts with Dave, Jim Allendorf, Luke Penaleo, and Tom Gardy.
Okay. Are they all alive?
I
I know Dave is.
Yeah, they all are, as far as
Okay.
I know.
All right. That's good.
I did Eddie on the Town segments. I wasn't on the desk.
Okay.
I would go out to sports type related things, which wasn't really my bag. So Jim wanted me to go to the Colony Yankees Stadium. they were
Albany
building.
Colony Yankees.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Heritage Park.
Yep.
And we went out there, and there wasn't a hell of a lot to do. So I went over and interviewed a garbage can and picked up the thing and was talking to it in some manner, which was the highlight, I think, of my bits on that show.
I don't even remember doing that show.
1983, we did Screen Scenes.
Oh, this is the beginning of history.
This is where it begins. It was a summer replacement show. I remember us saying that, but for replacing what? I'm not sure.
The Ed and Dave show.
Probably.
That ran at what, 5-6 episodes?
Yeah, only 5 or 6.
And then we ran out of sketches.
And Carrie Kirby appeared on the
Oh.
first show, and we were sitting there, and what were we doing?
I don't know.
How did we show our clips? You just mentioned it a minute ago.
Well, I don't know how we actually showed the clips, but did we have a little TV next to us?
Yeah.
But we would have the big, massive, I mean, this was back when VHS had basically started, but the machines were huge. And we would pop open the top, it would pop up, shove a tape in, slam it down so it would click, and then hit play. That's how we played.
That's how we
Clips.
showed the clips.
Oh, it was brutal.
So in 1983 in the summer,
Uh-huh.
it was you and me and Jim, not Jim Moore, another Jim.
Right.
And we did an edgier comedy show, which included the Psycho 4 sketch, where I was Mr. Rogers and a dinosaur model that isn't
Oh, dear.
anatomically accurate was shown for some reason, holding the keys to the Bates Motel.
Hi, boys and girls. It's me, Mr. Rogers, come to visit Enosburg. The village people. I play these with Santa all the time. Well, now it's time for my business report. And you may be wondering at home why Mr. Rogers is doing a business report. You may also be wondering why Mr. Rogers can't get his sweater on. There we go. This is a brand new one. It's very stiff, as I like it. And now we're going to go over to my dinosaur, a giant behemoth, which Dave Ragone of our prop department spent mucho bucks and hours building this. Can you see it at home? There. Look at all the paint. You know those little testosterone bottles that have paint in them? He probably spent about 50 bucks on this. And if you look real close here, you can see, whoops, there's a part missing here or something. Maybe Aurora didn't pack that part in the model kit, or else maybe it fell off in the car on the way over to our studios here, boys and girls. I like this dinosaur though. Isn't he very large?
Hi, I need a room for the night.
A room?
Yes, you do have rooms, don't you?
No. Yes. Yes. Here. Room white.
Thanks. Think I'll take a shower.
No, no shower. The water's rusted. No, the pipes. There's no hot pipes. No, that's not it. There's no hot water. The pipes rusted. Yeah, that's it.
It's good to have you back, Mother. It's good to be back, Norman, dear.
Norman Bates is on the loose, and he's crazy. What's even crazier than him is this film, Psycho 4.
I now pronounce ya, man and wife. You may kiss the bride. My mother will love you, I just thought.
My father will love you too.
But Mother, you'll like her. She's attractive, witty. She does windows.
No, Norman, she'll not sleep in my house. I'll have no hanky-panky going on in my house.
But Mother.
No, Norman, no!
Father, when are you going to meet Norman?
Never. We can never meet. You know that.
But Father, he's so...
Crazy. He's crazy. He thinks his mother's still alive.
She is. She's just like you, sitting upstairs, staring out the window, just like you.
Hi, I'm Norman's mother.
And I'm the father of Norman's wife.
Don't miss Psycho 4 with its unexpected twists and ironic ending. Psycho 4 at all Aunt Zelda's Pleasure Theaters. Check local listings for theaters and showtimes.
We did a sketch. Now, this was very early on. I don't even think I knew anything about this subject. There was a sketch that was a spoof of an unfortunately named diet pill, which ran with no problems.
Oh,
It was the AIDS diet pill.
AYDS. It was
Yes.
like a caramel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Caramel chew.
Yep. And it was for dieting. But of course, that didn't play well with the timing when the actual AIDS crisis began.
Listen, folks, I've had a lot of bad moments in my life. A lot. This one's in the top 10.
Oh, God. So it ran okay on TV on its first airing, but it was rerun against our knowledge. And that's when we got a lot of complaints, and the show was canceled as the flashing chyron or whatever they call it.
Well, they used to put up the schedule for the night.
Mm-hmm.
So, because they usually didn't start until what, 4 or 5 o'clock with their shows?
Yeah.
So they would say, you would turn on the public access, which I would do from time to time because it was cool to see the name of your show on TV.
Oh, yeah.
Even though it was just a public access channel, it was nice to see the name. So I would look and say 6:30 Comedy Unchained, and then I looked after it, and it just said Comedy Unchained, and then it flash it canceled. I didn't know it was possible to be canceled from public access, but we were canceled.
Yeah, they're kind of tough on that now with freedom of speech, and they'll let you say just about anything.
Yeah, we should have been canceled too. I didn't like it at the time, but yeah, we should have been canceled.
All right, we are up to 1986, Dave. And we have to go on to, I'm going to say one more show.
Yes.
Right? I don't think...
So our penultimate show was not the penultimate.
Right.
This is probably the penultimate.
As it should be, I guess.
Okay.
The history of Cable 2000.
Not only the history of Cable 2000, Ed, literally the history of entertainment as it evolves from VHS, some Super 8, VHS, DVD, downloads. History!
History. We were riding the wave of history here.
Right.
And join us next time. We will be back for the final episode of the New Media Zone as we go on from 1986 and screen scenes and into the Media Zone. We will see you then.
The New Media Zone has been a Cable 2000 production.